Ye Tang turned his face away, clearly uncomfortable. Just ignore it. It'll stop eventually. I'll step out for a bit. Before he could finish, Meng Yixing grabbed his wrist. Don't go! For a moment, his grip was firm, almost intense. Then, seeing Ye Tang's surprised look, he quickly pulled back, acting awkward again. I didn't mean it like that. Those people, after you beat them, they won't let it go. If you go out alone now, they'll definitely give you trouble. That's why I said it. Ye Tang paused, then slowly sat back down. He smirked slightly. Funny. You're being so thoughtful now. But earlier you pretended not to know me. Meng Yixing scratched his head, flustered. I knew you'd bring that up. You disappeared on me last time, he continued. I thought we'd never meet again. But back at the bar, I did help you, right? And you just vanished through a vent. You looked like you were avoiding me. So I figured seeing me again would just cause you trouble. Ye Tang forced a small laugh. Why would that be? But Meng Yixing's next words made him tense. You were dressed differently that night. And you had trouble with those guys. I don't know the reason, but it must have been personal. Something you didn't want others like Coco to know. So avoiding the topic. Made sense? He smiled innocently. But Ye Tang's expression changed slightly. Meng Yixing quickly buried his face into the pillow, pretending to be drunk again. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm not that clueless, you know. My mom always said, don't expose other people's struggles. It helps them. And it helps you. Ye Tang slowly calmed down. This man didn't seem like he knew anything about what really happened. And yet, that made things even more confusing. Meanwhile, Meng Yixing, face hidden, a faint smile crept onto his lips. Ye Tang had no way out now, even if he didn't want to play the villain. He had no choice. I panicked that night, Ye Tang said. I ran without thinking. I didn't even check on you. I'm sorry. But since we met again, maybe it means something. How about this? While you're in London, I'll be your guide. He decided to stay close, to observe, to figure out what felt off. Meng Yixing looked at him with that same harmless expression. You already helped me so much today. If you keep apologizing, what does that make me? Ye Tang shrugged. Fair is fair, besides. Your jacket is still with me. Meng Yixing lowered his eyes, then suddenly leaned closer. In that case, can I ask you for something? His presence shifted, subtle but heavy. Ye Tang froze for a second. As Meng Yixing leaned in closer, his heartbeat picked up, faster than he expected. His hands were pinned lightly, and he didn't even react in time. Meng Yixing's breath, still carrying a hint of alcohol, came closer. I want this. He reached into Ye Tang's pocket and pulled out the card. Then he fell back onto the bed, smiling at it like a fool. This brought me luck tonight. I'm keeping it. Ye Tang stared at him, speechless. All that, just for a card? He let out a quiet scoff. Idiot! Then suddenly froze. Wait, why does it feel like I was expecting something else? He shook his head. It's just this weird atmosphere. That's all. I need to leave. But stepping outside might mean running into trouble again. So he tried to slip away quietly, only to run straight into something worse. A group burst into the building. This organization belonged to a larger syndicate. And the man leading them, Richard, was here for one reason. To find the person responsible for Isaac's in this building. Hearing that, Ye Tang pressed himself against the wall. His body went rigid. Do they already know? Do they know it was me? And just as his thoughts spiraled, Richard suddenly walked closer. Long time no see. A Tang. A heavy pressure filled the air. Ye Tang forced himself to respond calmly. But the next second, Richard grabbed his wrist tightly. I saw you come out of that room. You turned down my offer back at the casino. Said you didn't want anything to do with our world anymore. I thought you found some better path. And this is it? Hanging around places like this? Serving rich kids? Ye Tang didn't expect to be humiliated right away. His jaw tightened. Sounds about right. Coming from someone like you. He shook Richard's hand off. You only say what matches who you are. Fine. Think of me as someone with no ambition. Someone who chose this life. His wrist still hurt from the grip, but he didn't back down. Then what about you, Mr. Richard? With your high status, always coming after me, doesn't that lower you? Peter couldn't stand it anymore. He was about to snap, but Richard stopped him. We're here today because of Isaac. We'll deal with Yetang later. Without another word, he turned and walked away. See you around, Ah Tang. Yetang let out a quiet breath. So, Richard didn't know. He thought that something to do with this place instead. Strange. But for now, it worked. Yetang decided to leave first. But Peter wasn't done. The moment Yetang turned, a metal rod swung down. Clang! Richard turned back instinctively. Meng Yixing had appeared out of nowhere. One hand blocked the strike. The other pulled Yetang into his side. Peter gritted his teeth, pushing harder. But Meng Yixing looked at him like he was nothing. For a boy from the slums, his existence was enough to make powerful men clash. Yetang ignored Richard. But that didn't mean Richard's men would. The attack meant for Yetang was stopped barehanded by Meng Yixing. Yetang quickly checked his hand. Meng Yixing just smiled and pulled back. I woke up and you were gone. Heard all the noise outside. I came out and saw you getting into trouble. I thought it was those card players again. His tone sounded light, but his eyes turned cold as he looked at Richard. But I guess not. Richard shot Peter a glare. You pick a fight now? Peter snapped back. He disrespected you. I couldn't just stand there. And why does he get special treatment? Our casino isn't some place people walk in and out of whenever they want. In our rules, if you try to leave, there's a price. Richard narrowed his eyes, especially when he saw Yetang standing close to Meng Yixing. Anger rose in his chest. Peter kept going. If you can't let him go, why should this guy get away with it? Richard's voice turned low. You're right. If I can't, why should he? Only then did Meng Yixing realize that hostility I wasn't aimed at Yetang. It was aimed at him. Since he couldn't find the club owner, Richard decided to settle this first. All right, Ah Tang, he said calmly. Be good, come here. That was enough. Meng Yixing snapped. Your people just tried to hit him. Now you want him to come over? And we're supposed to trust that? Yetang quickly grabbed him. Don't push him, I'll handle this. Then he stepped forward slightly. Mr. Richard, whatever misunderstanding your people have, I was never part of your organization. You said it yourself before, it was just a job. You wouldn't force me. Richard laughed. I did say that, but I've changed my mind. So maybe you should too. Ah, Tang, we've already said enough. Even I have limits. Don't mistake my patience for weakness. I said, come here. Unless you want that boy next to you dragged into this too. Yetang glanced at Meng Yixing, then slowly stepped forward. Meng Yixing panicked. You're really going? But Yetang had no choice. Richard was known for his strength. Half of their territory was taken by force. And yet, Yetang once thought Richard could be reasoned with. Now he realized that was naive. There's no reasoning with people like this. My problem can't involve him. That thought pushed Yetang forward.